For Catholics, June is the month for devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Even so, it's sad to say sometimes Catholics don't connect with this devotion. It can be that we are alienated from the Sacred Heart because of what we imagine wrongly the devotion is about. Or maybe it's the artwork depicting the Sacred Heart that causes the modern sensibilities to wince, too sentimental for us maybe, or maybe the image's debasement as a tattoo alienates us. Maybe it's that we find the devotion too challenging and hide from it. And maybe, if truth be told, I just described myself to one degree or another. But walk with me to the end of this video and rediscover with me the beautiful meaning of the Sacred Heart. If you do, you will connect with Jesus in a new way, and you will find help in totally orienting your life to God. Connecting with Jesus and fixing your life, well, that's quite a tall order, but stay tuned. The Sacred Heart is up to the task. If we haven't met, my name is Deacon Richard Hudzik, and I use this YouTube channel to hand on the faith. As we invariably find, any conversation about God or anything to do with our faith is deep water, and in the space of a brief YouTube video, all we can do is give the most general introduction to a topic. And talking about the Sacred Heart of Jesus is no different. Now, in picking and choosing what to say here, I want to look in two different directions. First, we can say a little bit about what the devotion is. We can say that the Sacred Heart of Jesus is a recognition of Jesus' humanity. He was a man who, after all, who physically had that organ that pumps blood. But more significantly than that, we have come to think of the heart as the seat of our emotional life. The heart is poetically where and how we love. One's heart says a great deal about who the person is. And Jesus' heart, one that loved, is brought to mind so that we might enter into his passion for us, his concern for us, his sorrow at our failures, his joy at our victories. And to help us visualize what this Sacred Heart feels, it is depicted artistically as being pierced by the soldier's lance on Calvary. It is encircled by thorns, those placed there as part of the scourging. And the drops of blood from the heart are a bleeding for us. The heart is a flame, a fire. There is a love burning for us. And on top of the heart is the cross that speaks of the entirety of the redemptive act of Calvary. Meditation on the Sacred Heart image brings us to the reality of Jesus' life, passion, death, and resurrection. We are reminded that his was neither a metaphorical nor a bloodless sacrifice. Jesus' heart brings us to understand the pain, the passion, and the price paid. You know that line from the song, Jesus paid a debt he did not owe because it was a debt I could not pay. He did it with heart. And we see all this by meditating on that Sacred Heart. But there's another direction that I want to take, namely, how does the Sacred Heart transform me? And if you'll pardon the expression, but I want to ask in this other vantage point of the Sacred Heart, how do I use the Sacred Heart? And here are a few ideas. First, it can be said that looking at the heart teaches the depth of the love of Jesus. The heart of Jesus also tells me to imitate how his heart worked. As Jesus confronted the people in all their different and troubling circumstances, what did his heart tell him to do? How did his heart instruct him to act, to respond? And rather than looking at the world through the eyes of Jesus, devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus brings us to feel as Jesus did, to enter into his emotional heart life. Surely that way has to be better than my own. The heart of Jesus is how I want my heart to work. And secondly, in this turn towards how to use the heart, part of the devotion of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is it's connected with a prayer known as the morning offering. And there are several versions of this prayer, but the core of all of the versions is that we dedicate all that we do every day to God. Now here's a traditional version of the prayer. O Jesus, through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, I offer you my prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day in union with the holy sacrifice of the Mass throughout the world. I offer them for all the intentions of your Sacred Heart, the salvation of souls, the reparation for sin, and the reunion of all Christians. I offer them for the intentions of our bishops and of all apostles of prayer, and in particular for those recommended by our Holy Father this month. That's the morning offering. Now, a couple of things really resonate with me in this prayer. First, note the idea of doing things for, quote, the reparation for sin, unquote. Now, what is that? That reparation, it's a word that we use, but it kind of slides past our consciousness. But for me, I take the word to mean that I am promising to do what I can do to ameliorate the effects of sin. To give reparation or to engage in reparation is to fix what is broken. And we know that sin breaks things. It breaks people. It can destroy those yet unborn. Sin is like a sickness that infects the human condition. But in praying this morning offering prayer, I am seeking to align myself with the Sacred Heart so that I might do my part in healing, reparation of what is broken. And certainly, where I have broken something, sinned against someone, left destruction in my family, myself, my community, or contributed to the moral malaise of the world, reparation means I am going to fix what I can. Moreover, reparation can be my actions to help where others are damaged because of someone else's wrongdoing. That is, where there is injustice or deprivation. Reparation means that I am there trying to help. Now, reparation, isn't that what we see the Sacred Heart himself doing in the Gospels? Reparation has me doing the work the Sacred Heart started. The other thing I love about the morning offering is that it is a way for me to live purposefully. We acknowledge the day is not ours. The day is not me pursuing my own small agenda. Rather, the day is what we give to God. And out of a sense of our own dignity and to honor God's dignity, when we give a gift, we give God the best. We don't give him junk. The morning offering, said to be in alignment with the Sacred Heart, makes our so-called ordinary life one that is imbued with the eternal. It's not just me going to work anymore or taking care of the kids or doing whatever other chore that might cross my path in the day. Rather, I give what I do to God. It is an offering that is part of the work of the Sacred Heart. What joy and liberation there is to know that there's meaning to what I'm doing. Now, as I've said, I've recently rediscovered this devotion, to be perfectly honest. And I suspect that some have been disinclined to pray with the Sacred Heart because its images can seem strange to us, and maybe they are. But maybe they're strange only because they are a style of art that is no longer ours. But bad art or good art, the fact remains that the Sacred Heart of Jesus is a heart that has bled for me, for you. It is, moreover, a heart that invites all of us to join in repairing the world, reparation for sin, and to do so as we are able. You know, if it's the art that sets us on edge, maybe one solution to that question is for us to answer specifically, what is it about the old art that we don't like? What's wrong there? What's being misstated? Grapple with that. And affirmatively, maybe the best thing that we can do is live with the Sacred Heart and to try to have our own heart be like the Sacred One, and then use our own lives as the canvas on which better art might be drawn. May it be that with the grace of God, our lives become images for others of what the Sacred Heart of Jesus looks like in this 21st century. So, are you with me? Will you join me in a renewed devotion to the Sacred Heart? Maybe renewing the art for this beautiful image. Thank you for staying to the end. It is truly a joy and a great honor for me to be with you in this. I ask that God bless you. I will see you in the next video, and be well and live the Sacred Heart. Take care.